You're watching the Batter Fans Network.
The heroes are back. Beards talking balls, rapping pink and black. Coming live from the 305, it's official tissue. The Batter Fan, Chris and Dan, weekly rocking with you. We talk Messi, Boosie, Jordy, Lucho, the Fat Four, to Ben Cram, Noah, Ruiz, Fred. What more could you ask for? Tighten up and get ready, listen in on the pod. Solana and X in Espanol, just to even the odds. Breakdowns and gas bagging, join the tribe and just vibe. $3.99, don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't hesitate, say what's up, go ahead and come in. No question about it, I'm ready to get hurt again.
No question about it, I am ready to get hurt again.
Dale campeón, 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 dale campeón. Chris, the Herons are champs. Welcome everybody to episode 464 of the Batter Heroes podcast. I am your host Daniel Ganana, and alongside me, as always, Mr. KBD. How are you doing, sir?
I told you, manifest destiny, the star. I called it. It's right here.
Yes. Feeling really good. I love the star on the kit. It's beautiful hats, by the way. I when we saw it, I fell in love. This is a beautiful hat.
Yes.
It's just absolutely great feeling. And I can't wait to get all of the chats, look at all the comments. My voice is... Oh, we got one already. Shout out to Cool Will. We are the champions. We are the champions. Shout out Sacktown, I believe. It's Cool Will's is from Sacktown. Shout out to Cool Will from Sacktown. Yeah, man. And we met some cool people at the stadium after the game that were also in line to buy merch. So shout out to everybody that we met at the stadium. We met somebody from Chicago, Eric. We met, I want to say Ashley, but I can't remember. But I remember she said she was the one that made the flu game. And then I forgot the lady that was in front of us. Shout out to everybody. I met a few cool people that watched the show. It was very cool running into you guys. And man, absolutely amazing night. Right? We can't say night, even though I want to say night. Day. And it was. We're going to get into the game. Luckily, it's. I don't know if I could do a show tomorrow. I mean, we didn't plan on doing one tomorrow, so it doesn't matter. But my voice is going to be shot tomorrow. Like when I wake up, I'm going to have no voice because I already feel.
Oh, absolutely.
But absolutely. I mean, great night. Go ahead.
I mean, luckily I've been drinking water because if not, then my voice would be completely shot. My son's voice is completely shot. You guys are wondering if I got stuff for free. I got a whole banner. So just go ahead and talk while I show the whole banner.
Yeah. So when we were leaving, Chris manages to just always try to get free things. The banner that was hanging in front of section 124, Chris took it.
Look at how long this is.
That's it. That is the banner. So shout out to Chris for ending up
this
with.
This thing is still going.
But the villains are the champs. I just saw that comment pop up. Yeah, I know. No, he's legit. Like, we're not exaggerating. He took the banner from the front of the section. So shout out to Chris for that. And it was just a great night, a great ending to that stadium, temporary and all that. Great memories.
It's still going.
We stayed until they kicked us out. I didn't know that they would kick us out. I thought we could just stay until the players went back to the locker room. But they ended up kicking us out of our section. But it was very, very cool, very nice. Chris, yes, it's a whole section. Obviously, it's very, very long.
Bang! Bang!
All right, and shout out to
Boss Daddy. Ran into Boss Daddy. Shout out to Boss Daddy. Yeah, it literally is, Sean. It's literally probably it's got to be more. It's like 25 feet long.
It's the whole section. Yeah, it has to be long. Yeah. I told him to if it's too big and it has the same logo twice, just cut it in half and give me half. Great.
Well, it's
freaking game.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say it's a great game. I think it's so awesome that Rodrigo DePaul ended up scoring the game winner because he's had a good playoffs. But before the playoffs, like, man, he doesn't look like he's giving full effort. But he was just waiting. He was just waiting for the games to matter. Same with Allende. Allende just decided, like, you know what? I just don't care about the regular season. Like, just pay me to play in the playoffs. So bring him back next year, and he'll have a horrible 34 games. But when the playoffs come, he's gonna show up, because that's big game Tadeo right there. Showing up, broke the record today for most goals in a playoff run with 9. Absolutely amazing. Oh,
shout out to Andy Crims here, like trying to hold it down. Like, you've made it to the end, you failed miserably, and now it's
he kept the same energy.
Rerouted, like
he keeps the same energy. Yeah. I respect that. I don't even know where you want to start, man, because it's just such a great night. I could talk. So I am on cloud 9 right now.
Listen, I mean, the thing is, it's so weird because, like, we're on such a high right now, and like breaking down the game is like so like Messi assist, like like for those of you that went, or even and for those of you even watch, listen, I feel like I need to watch this game on TV, because I watched the highlights again, just get a better perspective, right? And I feel like watching the game is like completely different. Guys, step it up. Over 300 viewers right now. Literally click like. I stole a whole banner from the whole stadium. Look at this thing. Look at this thing. This thing doesn't end. Where am I going to hang this? Where does it even go?
No, we got to break out the other game. It was a great
Criminal
game.
activities are expensive.
I'm so glad, because obviously I want to win, but I'm glad that it was a good game, because it kind of gets like, you're so invested when it's a game like this. When it was 1-1 up until the point that Rodrigo de Paul got that second goal, it was tight. After that second goal, you're just stressed because you don't want to give up the game tying goal, and then, man, the euphoria. Because it was a euphoric feeling I got when Tadeo Allende put the nail in the coffin in the 96th minute. So you basically know that's it. It's over. They can't score 2 goals in the next 2-3 minutes. It is literally over. That was such an awesome feeling. It was, and I was yelling. It was just amazing.
I mean, shout out to Obando having the best seat in the house.
It's funny that comment pops up, because I was looking through these pictures and I saw the Albando, and I thought to myself, look at this guy. Look at this guy. Just straight celebrating, champagne and all.
Cheesing. I mean, this guy did absolutely nothing.
Nothing.
Like Ben Krem. Yeah. Is Ben Krem technically still on the team?
Technically,
I think he got loaned.
He's loaned out.
Like, he made a bigger contribution than Obando.
So de Redondo, technically.
Yeah, technically, absolutely.
Man, so where do you want to start? We can start with the atmosphere.
Oh man,
that's the first time in that stadium that I see standing room only, because there were literally in the top of the stands, people standing. And in front of us, where everybody's supposed to walk, I guess you told me that they sold like double tickets or something.
Yes.
And so to accommodate those people that bought the same ticket or something, some people got, half of them got to sit in their seats, and the other half that was lucked out got to just stand and watch the game standing up. Like, that stadium was insane. I've never seen it like that. Obviously, it's a final, so it's going to be that way. Very cool atmosphere.
Well, and it's weird because I do remember seeing it like that for the Leagues Cup game, Messi's first game, where it was that, but it wasn't as packed as it was today. It wasn't that bad. You're right.
The amount of people, there's never been that many people. The atmosphere, like energy, that Cruz Azul game was pretty crazy, and this atmosphere today was amazing also. But man, the amount of people. Like, up in the supporter section, I couldn't see behind us, but supporter section, there were people standing all across that back row. Yeah. It was wild. It was really cool. It was on the east stands, they were all standing as well up at the top. On the back rows, yeah.
That was wild.
It was insane. And then that third goal, when Allende scored that goal, if there was a roof on that place, you could have said
been blown off.
That cliche. They just blew the roof off this place, because it got that loud. It was awesome. And then they scored that, and I know I'm jumping ahead, but they scored that third goal, and then as they're celebrating, I see Jordi Alba drop to the floor, and I don't know if it was Noah Allen. I think Mascherano at one point just jumped on top of him, and it looks like Jordi Alba might be crying. The game isn't even over yet, but like everybody knows that it's like nail in the coffin.
Yeah, it's in the.
Man, it was chills, bro. Like chills,
goosebumps.
Oh man, yeah. That was
and
cool.
And not only that, but like just to talk about the atmosphere from the beginning of the game, like all seats were filled, like, and on top of that, I mean, there was a lady that almost fought a couple behind me because of her seats almost getting stolen, like every seat. And shout out to Vancouver. Vancouver filled 3 sections. Yeah. Showed up, showed out. They were really respectful. I ran into a couple Vancouver fans.
My understanding is that they had over 2,000 people there.
Yes, and I mean, it looked it definitely. I mean, they came with their instruments and everything.
Yeah, it was an awesome crowd, awesome atmosphere. I luckily got there like half hour before the game started. I thought I might get there right at kickoff. I got there half an hour earlier. And so I got to enjoy a little bit of just walking around and taking in the stadium, because I know sentimentally it was the last time we're gonna be at that stadium. The way it ended, I don't want to go back. Like I want this to be the last memory I have in that stadium. It was perfect, and it was just really cool, and yeah, very, very cool.
Yeah, who the hell from Miami is gonna go back to watch like a little tournament or whatever the case is? No, man.
The Champions Cup is
the end all that. Well, yeah, but like, I mean, this is the MLS Cup. This is where you get the star on the jersey, and at the end of the day, this was the right way to cap off Dry Pink.
You know what's interesting? And I was talking to my brother about it on the way home. The feeling I got of euphoria. And I don't root for many good teams, guys. That's why this is called Battered Fans Network. Like, it doesn't happen very often. But the feeling of euphoria that I got today, seeing this team win this championship, even though Champions Cup is bigger, I don't think I would have felt the same thing that I felt today winning the MLS Cup.
No.
I don't know if it's because of the star on the badge. I'm not sure what it is. Because Champions Cup is technically bigger. And maybe moving forward, winning another MLS Cup somewhere down the line, whether it be next year, in 5 years, whenever it is, it's
a different trophy.
I think that it would be great, but it's nothing like the first. I think the next time I feel what I felt today would be winning Champions Cup, because that's the next one up. But if we would have won Champions Cup back in May, I still think this would have felt better, because what I felt today was absolutely amazing.
Shout out to Miami Muma with a 49.99 super slam here, guys.
Oh, shout out to
congratulations, Inter Miami. Much appreciated for the support.
I really appreciate that. Absolutely. So yeah, and by the way, before I forget, I don't want to forget. I put up a picture of you and I on Twitter and on Instagram, and I haven't looked at the Instagram if anybody wrote anything, commented. But on the on the Twitter, I don't know if anybody commented, but on the Instagram, I was getting the notifications, and a lot of people were saying, that some of them were saying, I'm not even an Inter Miami fan, but I'm happy for you two guys. Or some of them were saying, I'm happy because Inter Miami won, but I'm really happy because you guys have been rocking since Messi got there. So just everybody, I didn't have time to like respond to everybody. So just in case you're watching, thank you. We really appreciate, and I really mean this. Like,
yes,
I've said it, right? The Jets are like my number one team because I've loved them for so long, right? Miami's only been on 5-6 years, but I feel like so intertwined with Inter Miami right now because of the show and the family that we've gotten, that Inter Miami is like, I feel like it's almost right there with the Jets, even though I've been a Jets fan all my life. So today's been just really amazing. And it's because of you guys, because if we weren't doing the show and we didn't build this community, today wouldn't have been as special. Like this has been really cool. All right.
Shout out to David Villa. Yes.
So
appreciate
not
it,
too
man.
much. I don't want to get into like sappy sentimental stuff. Just wanted to say that before we got into the game. All right. General thoughts.
I mean, it was just it's a memory that's going to stay in the memory bank forever. I mean, this is something that one will never forget. Best experience out there at that game. Us as season ticket holders to be able to finish at the stadium with our team winning the championship. It was just amazing. That's the general thoughts.
Yeah, for sure. And then after the game, Jorge Mas said his goal is now CCC. Yeah, and like
I
said,
it transfers.
Yeah, because that's it. Like we got the first star, and I'm glad that we got this before Champions Cup. I'm really glad because it's just such a great feeling. You are the best in the league. We're rocking and rolling now, and now Champions Cup is the next one. I think that's the next one that you're like, wow.
But this is the one right now.
Yeah,
this is the one right now.
Hey, all right. And then Danny, it's okay. You can carry. It's a safe space. Shout out to JMPO. Hey, I hope we play Cavalier again in Champions Cup so we can have a JMPO fan back on here. Shout out to you from Jamaica. All right,
and shout out to my son. He's in the chat. He came to the game. We had a blast. It was amazing.
How many burner accounts does he have?
No, that's the same one. He just changed his app. Tony Cruz VRFS.
Oh, okay, got you. All right. So game recap. I guess what happened before? I can't even remember. Like, what was I was a little intoxicated. I can't remember what happened before the kickoff. Did they have any like presentations? Did they say anything?
So Bad Bunny ended up performing. I think
You're a fucking
he was
liar.
performing. He was, yeah. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, guys, wasn't Bad Bunny out there? Bad Bunny was performing before the game. Yes.
You fucking liar. Shut up.
I'm not lying. Like, I mean, do you want me to look it up? I mean, from our angle, I can't see his face. But yes, I think Bad Bunny was performing.
That shit would have been all
look,
over the
there's gonna be. It was not Bad Bunny. He did a Bad Bunny song. Hold on, man.
Was there a performance before the game?
Bunny performing for MLS. I mean, they did a Bad Bunny song. Oh no, it's not Bad Bunny. It's Lunai, and I don't know. Lunai did. I guess
You didn't
his
really
name
think
was
that was
Lunai.
Bad Bunny. Shut up. You didn't think that.
I mean, they did a Bad Bunny song, so I was like, oh, Bad Bunny's there. Okay, whatever.
If Bad Bunny was there, that place would have erupted more than that third Allende goal.
I mean,
right now,
would it really?
people
Like,
are
who's bigger
obsessed
than
with Bad
Messi?
Bunny.
You think
Messi.
Bad
I
Bunny
didn't
is
say
on
Messi.
Messi level?
Yes, like Bad Bunny. Well, not Messi level worldwide, but here in the States, yes, in the States.
Okay,
yes.
I don't know who Lunai is. I don't know who that is, but okay. Shout out to the Super Slammer. It's me _JV. I don't know what currency this is, but it's 5,000 something. So Rocco Blanco, playoff Allende with the most playoff goals. That is fact. Messi with the most
goal contributions,
goals and assists in MLS. A send off to Jordi and Boosie. A treble in our hands.
Treble, baby.
And Manny still sucks. What a great Christmas.
I didn't see that. That's awesome.
Great.
All right. So Bad Bunny apparently performed before the game. Sure. Okay. And then the game got going. The stadium was absolutely rocking and rolling. And he's just a popular musician, a very popular one, though.
And
he's gonna. You think that he would perform before the game since he's doing the Super Bowl, man?
I mean, maybe. Why not? It's Miami. Shout out to the gentleman Wake says with the 99 Super Slam. Let's go IMCF. Now go rub it in on Goals TV. Such Miami haters. Thanks for the great streams, Batter Fam. I found out I'm the top 0.7 of viewers. Shout out to you.
Shout out to you. And I've never watched.
I had a couple
TV.
people that ran into me. Yeah, I don't know who they are. I don't know.
People ran into you in what?
They ran into me and showed me their like Spotify or like their like list. And they showed me like that we're ranked number 1 in what they listen to, which was super cool to see. So shout out to you guys that listen to us very often, rankings? Especially on like in their like history.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know how that works. So like they showed it like No, it does it for like podcasting, I guess, too.
Oh, it's very cool. Shout out to anybody that we made the list for. That's pretty cool. I've never seen
man.
that.
Tommy
really
ATL
cool.
is dropping a super slam here, Danny. I don't know if you want to be choosy about your sound. So Tommy ATL 96, 199 super slam. Tommy one time says champions. Congrats, friends. Much appreciated from Tommy.
He's
fucking 2-time.
All right, Chris, go ahead. You can start with your.
I mean, there's another super slam from the doc. We got another one from Dr.
Doc.
T.
I need you to be my primary. Where are you located? I need you to be my primary. This one is for Chris and Dan. Shout out to you. Much appreciated. Much love to love. So,
I might need
so we got
fucking Bad Bunny was in fucking Fort Lauderdale.
We got the treble then, right? We got the Las Vegas Cup.
We definitely got the treble.
We got the Eastern Conference Cup, and we got the MLS Cup. So shout out to everybody celebrating the treble. You know, Chris almost bought the Eastern Conference Championship hat today when we were in line for this one. I had to talk him out of it. I like, no, don't do it. Don't do it.
It's a real trophy.
It's funny because they interviewed Messi after the game, and they're like, "Hey, since you got here, you've won Leagues Cup, you've won the Supporter Shield, you've won MLS Cup. How do you feel about that?" And I'm yelling at the TV. I was like, "You forgot about the Eastern Conference trophy. It's a trophy. Don't forget to mention it." But we got the treble. All right, to the game.
Well, I guess we'll do the rundown, right? Like it started off well. The whole crowd was into it. Shout out to Gentleman Awake. Gentleman Awake again, 199 Super Slam. Says, "Where are the shots, boys? Aguardiente." And I mean, I don't have any aguardiente, but I just ate, so I'm not gonna drink a shot right now. I'm not gonna do that. Danny can go do that if he wants to take double shots for my place. I mean, that's up to him. Yeah, Sean Callahan saying, "Get the fire water." I mean, I have my opinion of aguardiente, so it is what it is. And where's my fake trophy? My fake trophy is right here. The whole fucking banner that I just stole today. This is my fake trophy. So that's where we're going at. And Danny brings the aguardiente.
Brand new bottle, too.
And is Danny wearing pink pants? Rico de la Vega is asking.
Shorts.
Yeah, shorts. Yeah, you're wearing pink shorts. Look at that. You guys are about to get a rated R show tonight, guys.
Okay, Chris,
how much for the banner? I'm not gonna sell my banner.
I'm trying to hustle him for the banner. I'm trying to hustle him.
I thought it was like double, but it's not. It's like a whole thing. Like has a ton of words on it today. Like so. I mean, I wish we would have gotten another one.
No, but
shout out to Techie House. Yeah, they get a life. You know what? I have a que pena tonight. Because shout out to Techie Housewife. You need to address that, the que pena.
Yeah, what you're going to talk about, because I think that is ridiculous.
Okay. Yeah, Techie Housewife with a $9.99 Super Slam says it was great hanging out with you all this entire season. It was a fantastical season for Inter Miami and Messi fans. Absolutely. And look, Luna wants to get part of the action too. Luna's over here.
I get frustrated. I can't get this bottle open.
I mean, that's a problem. Luna's coming in for the rescue. Really. I mean, and look, Stancy's saying I miss my cats. I got my cat right here.
Nobody misses cats.
How much are the hats? I'll tell you how much the hat is.
Nobody misses cats. Oh!
The hat is $37.99. $37.99. If you're a season ticket member, you get it for cheaper. And if you are a Chase member, yeah, dude, you have to tell them you're a season ticket member. Are you kidding?
What the fuck?
You don't have a Chase. You don't have a Chase card. What are you doing in life?
I got a Chase card and a season ticket member.
Well, then you failed in life when you made the purchase. You're an idiot.
How much you pay? I paid like $80.
I mean, I don't know. to look at the receipt. You paid $80. You got robbed. You got robbed. Hold on. Now you got me doing stuff. This is one of the worst shows ever.
This is the best show. This is the best show, and I can't freaking open this thing.
I can't find the receipt. You're cooked.
All right, go ahead. I'm sorry, guys. This is a horrible job. Go ahead, Chris. No, I am not drunk. Everybody keeps asking if I'm drunk. I'm not gonna. I might be soon if I ever get this open, but I'm not right now.
So, well, while you get that open, I guess I'll just go through some of the game recap. Okay.
Mhm.
And Raven is saying, bro, Rocco was really Blocko today. And we also have H. Samoon is saying USA over Canada. So absolutely.
Those of you
USA
that follow
definitely
hockey, Florida Panthers over Edmonton, like it's just South Florida is just giving pow
We're
pow
like,
to
we're
all
just-
of Canada.
We're killing them.
Douche, douche, douche. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah, we're
Thank you,
just
bro.
destroying them. And
Douche,
look at this, Sean Callahan with a good point. Coconut Creek and Pembroke Pines now as MLS Cup winners. Soccer Daddy just randomly asking me to shave my cat.
Double entendre.
Wait, what?
All right. So the way this game started, I was a little worried because the last two games, Miami felt like Cincinnati and NYCFC felt like they were on the front foot the first 15 minutes or so. And then Miami scored their first goal and then took over the rest of the game. This game, we felt like we were on the front foot the first 10, 15 minutes. We got that first goal off the own goal, and I'll let you talk about that in a second. But my worry was that, oh, shit, are the roles about to be reversed? And it felt that way for a while because it looked like Vancouver took control after we took that lead.
Well, so before we took the lead, what happened is you had Allende pushing down the side, and essentially he had the opportunity to kind of cross it over to Silvetti.
Mhm.
And I forgot which defender it was. It was Ocampo.
It was Ocampo. I think it was
He ended
Ocampo.
up, yeah, it
Oh,
was
we came over
Ocampo.
the starting
He ended
11.
up. Oh, okay. Let's bring that up then first. That's going to be quick. Essentially, guys, the starting 11 was what it was. Rocco Blocko in goal, same back four. Jordi Alba, Noah Allen, Maxi Falcone, Ian Frey. Actually, that was the change. Shout out to Rick A. saying bottoms up, Danny, 199 Super Slam.
Rick A. I don't know what's going on with this bottle.
He
I don't
can't
know if
even.
it's
He
the
can't even.
I
He can't
I haven't been able to open it.
He bought it
I'm
at
waiting for my
like
wife
some
to
like
come, please.
bodega. So
I
we have
wish.
in the midfield we had Busquets, Rodrigo De Paul, and Baltasar, and then in the left wing we had Silvetti, right wing Allende, and as the false nine we had Messi.
Well,
Now
and
you
weren't
asked
playing
for it.
that double
You
pivot.
wanted
They
Frey.
weren't playing that. Yeah, I did. And I thought he had a pretty good game, even though I feel like the one goal that they scored was on him. But I thought he had a pretty good game. I did like that Rodrigo De Paul was in so much just a defensive midfield. Like he was a box-to-box 8 today. He was all over the place today. It was good. And then Mr. Krabs, I usually do know how to open a bottle, but I don't want to get frustrated on camera. I'm trying to do a show, so I can't keep messing with this. So
Yeah, I
I'm
mean,
trying
and then you want him
to stay
drinking,
engaged.
like.
Good.
That's the starting 11. I liked Ian Frey starting. I didn't think it was going to happen. That's something I preferred, but I didn't think it was going to happen. I thought he was going to ride what Weigant, and I guess basically Mascherano was like, let's get some more offense on the field and not settle defensively. So that's, I think, a good idea by him. Now, talking about the first goal was essentially Allende attacking. Ocampo ends up, I guess, trying to cover the cross. And it's funny because you start to see Takaoka that he also jumps across, tries to get the cross. They both are cooked, deflected into the back of the net. And there goes the goal early in the game, 8 minutes into the game.
And it was Rodrigo De Paul that fed the ball to Tadeo.
Yes.
Like Rodrigo De Paul started cooking the game from the start. From the start, he was on it. He was all over the field. He contributed in so many ways defensively, creating for others, running into open space. Like he was just everywhere. It was a great game by him. But yeah, so that technically it wasn't a goal by Allende. So technically Rodrigo De Paul doesn't get the assist. But just it needs to be said, Rodrigo De Paul was the one that started that opportunity or created that chance for Allende that led to the own goal.
Well, and the good thing is you had, like, for example, Reaper just mentioned it. Silvetti would have scored anyway. So if the pass would have made it, Silvetti was right there and ready to put it in the back of the net.
The way Takayoko was attacking that ball, I don't know. And I don't know. Whatever. Silvetti might have just scored anyway. It doesn't matter. All right, go ahead. So regardless, great start to the game, early start, and Miami was on the front foot early. But again, the way that we were on the front foot the first 15 minutes or so, and all of a sudden Vancouver started growing into the game, started playing at their pace, and it felt like they had the ball in their final half of the pitch. I felt like for the last half hour of the first half, like it was great. Like they really took control of the game. And they were the better side for the majority of that first half. They were the better side. They were controlling the pace. They were getting more chances, and it was a little worrisome. It was a little worrisome that they had to control in that first half.
Well, and in the first half, I mean, we ended the first half at 1-0, right? Were you nervous?
I wasn't
pretty confident.
I wasn't confident because I thought that Vancouver looked pretty good the last half of that first half. But I mean, would I say, I thought they were going to tie and we were going to lose? No, I still felt like Messi was due for some Messi magic. And even though Vancouver had grown into the game, maybe even taking control, I still felt like Miami was seeing their chances here and there. So I thought it was going to be a good second half.
I want to ask this question because Soccer Daddy is saying Vancouver played better, but Miami won. Look, in the beginning of the game, I mean, within the first 20, 25 minutes, I felt like Vancouver was all over the place. There were several times where players had to tell each other, like, calm down. Like their passing was erratic. They weren't effective on the attack in the beginning of the game. I mean, they played well later on into the game as the game matured, but I don't think that they played better necessarily than Miami.
Shout out to Solid Rock. Where's the shots? I just texted my wife for some assistance because, again, I don't want to fight with this bottle while I'm on screen. So my wife's going to help me out when she comes downstairs. So don't worry. We're going to get a little guarito going for everybody.
Gosh. Hold on.
All right. That's fine. So one thing that I did notice while I was watching the game, I love Spicy Messi. Our players are South American. They like to get the chippy and they argue. Jordi Alba loves to choke slam 2 people per game. Like that's just what these players from Miami do, and I love it. But Thomas Mueller is so respected by his teammates, and his personality is so different from what we're used to from our South American players that every time that I saw either Ali Ahmed or Sabi coming over to a ref to argue something, Thomas Mueller stepped in immediately and said, no, just go back. And it was interesting because he really like does a good job of controlling not only, and you can watch him on the pitch and he's controlling the game. He's like a Busquets for them, but in the attack. But I also thought it was very interesting how he doesn't even let them like argue. Like in Miami, like somebody, if Chelo goes to argue with the ref, Messi's right there. Like, yeah, listen to him and you better start like they're like all about that. Like, no, motherfuckers. But it was weird seeing Thomas Mueller like, no, don't do that. Just go back. And it was interesting. But Thomas Mueller is it was interesting watching him play. And Timothy Park, Danny, you could ask your son to help you with the bottle. He might be able to, but again, I'll leave this adult drink for my wife to help me out with. So at halftime, I'm asking the chat right now while Chris does his stuff. How are you feeling at halftime? I wasn't feeling worried, but I wouldn't say I was feeling necessarily confident either because I felt like Vancouver had a much better second half of that first half. So I wasn't worried, but I wasn't confident either. My prediction before the game was a 2-1 victory with Luis Suarez coming in and scoring that game-winning goal. He didn't even hit the pitch. So shout out to Mascherano because Mascherano has showed some tremendous growth and some tremendous balls and feeling like not giving in to like, hey, this is Luis Suarez. This might be his last game. I have to give him a few minutes. No, at all. Like he's like, you know what? The way this game is playing out, we need all hands on deck. We need everybody that's going to trap back and defend. And as soon as you put Luis Suarez in, you're defending with one less. So unfortunately, we can't risk that. So it was interesting. Shout out to Mascherano because he is growing into a decent manager. And I don't know if Chris is back or not. So I'll keep going and let me see. So after halftime, very early on, Telesco Segovia came on for Baltasar Rodriguez. I didn't think Baltasar Rodriguez had the best of games, not the worst of games, but he did come off because he had a yellow. So it made sense to me. He got a silly early yellow too. I don't know, but he got the yellow early, I believe. And so it made sense to me that he came off in the 57th minute. And as soon as Telesco Segovia comes on, he helps control that midfield. Baltasar Rodriguez is a little more explosive. He's faster. And he can help create, but I need you to help me open it. I haven't been able to open it.
Did she just open it like with full ease?
No, she just rolled her eyes, because I texted her. I said, "Hey, could you come over here? I need you."
I know.
She just came over and she's like, "What do you need?" And I showed her the bottle, and she rolled her eyes. So the guaro is coming. I forgot what I was saying. But
shout out to Thomas Show, the Traveler, with a 199 Super Slam. Thank you for
shout out to you.
The support. And then Solid Rock 878 with a 499 Super Slam. We're champions. What a fantastic day it is.
I don't think that's how it's supposed to be, babe. No, it's a twist.
I mean, it sounds like she's getting a freaking cork. A cork.
Yes,
is she was
about to punch a hole into it.
Open up an agua
with the wide
oh
opener.
My goodness, what?
She might still be drunk. I don't know.
Well, I don't know. Did you go? Did you finish up with the first half?
Yes.
Okay, so I guess while you get that served to yourself, no. So while you get served yourself 60 ounces full of aguardiente, after the first half is done, you're saying you were kind of nervous, all right? But at the same time, Danny, we still had a half to play, and we get scored on by Ali. I mean, she just gave you the bottle just to down.
No, she said all I had to do was just twist it harder.
Oh my goodness! I mean, what in the world? You couldn't get a twist open. I do have tequila, but not aguardiente.
All right. So, Chris, at halftime, you said you were feeling confident. Second half started. Baltasar Rodriguez came off. Segovia came in. Segovia, I like when he comes in because even though Baltasar Rodriguez is more creative on the ball, he has more pace. I think Segovia kind of slows things down. His hold-up play is much better than Baltasar Rodriguez is. Great link-up play with Messi. Yeah. Suarez when he's playing, Silvetti. So I really thought that Segovia did a good job when he came in and helped kind of calm things down a little bit because Vancouver was on it in the second half also.
Well, Vancouver started off the second half by scoring on us with Ali Ahmed. Timothy Park saying Danny is weak. That was tough, man.
That was tough.
I mean, you guys really want me to take a tequila shot? Dude, I mean, you serious? Am I going to have to go get myself tequila? I mean, okay.
So in the 60th minute, Sabi came down the right side with Brian White.
You didn't take the shot yet, right?
No.
You're going to wait for me.
Yeah. They loaded up the right side. And when both of them were out on the right side, it sucked in all the defense, which we haven't seen a lot in the last recent weeks or even months. And it sucked them in. And Ian Frey was in the middle of the box. Oof. And as soon as he came out that way, wide, Sabi got the ball to Ahmed, and he was wide open. Now, he was wide open, but I felt like Rocco had a good angle. Champs, baby. He had a good angle where I felt like when the shot was near post, I thought that Rocco was going to save it. And he got a hand on it. It hit the post. It just kind of deflected in anyway. But I thought Rocco maybe should have had it. I'm not going to blame Rocco completely. It was just unfortunate. I thought he could have and should have saved it. But, Rocco's been pretty solid for us in this playoff run. So even though he should have stopped it, you know, it can't knock him too much because he's had one hell of a
Well,
run, and you know.
well, if you and hold on, because I still got the bottle in my hand, so I can't bring up the comments.
I got you.
Rick A with okay, the gentleman wakes says tequila for Chris. Miami now gets to play Campeones Cup
Against the champions of Liga MX.
Liga
Yep.
MX, and we get bye in CCC. And then Rick A tells me Chris bottoms up. I mean, what a disaster. I don't even have shot glasses. So I'm literally going to drink tequila from this normal glass. Jen Star with a $10 super slam. A celebration shots on me. Okay, Danny.
It's a celebration.
Cheers.
Bitches. All right. So he scores in the 60th minute. And the Vancouver supporter section is going bananas. The Vancouver players are starting to believe. The momentum is shifting. Miami is not looking as good. And then the ball gets put into play. And then Vancouver's on the front foot again. Sabi, I can't remember what the play was exactly, but Sabi goes out and he gets a shot off. He goes far post. It hits the far post, bounces, hits the near post, and then Falcon gets on it and tries to clear it out of bounds. And when he kicks it, Sabi gets his foot in, and then it hits in the flex back to the post and hits the post again and bounces out. That happened right in front of us. Very crazy moment. That was scary because I thought that they could have like very well have scored. Not just that, I forgot to mention in the first half, Sabi had another point blank opportunity in the 40th minute, I believe. Point blank.
Yes.
And Rocco blocked it with like his shoulder or his bicep. So shout out to Rocco, because even though you should have stopped that near post shot, Rocco had a huge block there, and Rocco just had a good game overall.
Yes.
And if they score that second goal,
I want to mention something here.
go ahead.
No, go ahead. 'Cause I'm all over. My connection's all over the place.
No, your connection's fine. Shout out to Sam Axel.
So I wanted to. You know, it's not. It's absolutely awful. I'm gonna Walter Torres with a super slam. This is not Walter. You are Walter two-time.
No, I think that might be Walter.
This is not Walter.
I think
That's not Walter. This is not
Yes,
Walter.
This is the Walter that you insulted.
No,
yes,
it's not. That's not Walter. No, it's not Walter. It's not Walter. Guys, is that Walter?
Walter, you're
Hey,
getting all the sounds.
Look at Luna.
Oh.
Luna saying ChatGPT corrected the score line.
Yeah, but he said
correctly
Messi would get a
predicted the
goal
score.
and an assist. He just ended up. But he did get two goal contributions. Oh shit, 2 goal contributions.
Oh, you're done. You're done, son.
And then I guess
So
this is the
here's the
perfect
thing. I wanted to-
part for me to tell you we're gonna do Las Garzas after this. So.
Oh, what a
So, make sure that you
disaster.
join
I
us
mean,
for Las
Cam
Garzas
Axel,
after this.
shout out to you
Yeah.
with a $20 super slam. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to you, Cam Axel.
Yes, absolutely.
And then
Sam
the
Axel.
gentleman
I appreciate all the support.
$4.99 super slam says, also got to say, those posts talking about how IMCF has no American players, as if Rocco, Frey, and Allen weren't all born in the USA. That makes sense.
Born in the USA.
So I wanted to bring up something with the goal that Ali Ahmed had, because Rocco had his hands on it, but it deflected off the bar and went to the back of the net, like
Right.
a
But you gotta push
centimeter
that
or
out.
two further. Well, okay, yes,
push
I
that out.
understand. If he would have pushed it out, it would have given a better opportunity. But again, that's not what happened. And then later on, like you said, he did make an earlier block, like you mentioned, with his chest. And look, Pedri Potter mentioning another one where he had the header chance.
Messi had a great header chance that went just wide also.
Yes. And Jesse asking a good question. Chat, let us know. Jesse saying, who here went to the game? Say, I don't know, me. just so we can know, kind of like get a vibe from the chat.
And shout out to somebody just asked where Solana is. He's going to be joining us, and Xavier Lavos are going to be joining us at 10 o'clock for Las Garzas.
Yeah.
So we're going to be doing it all again in Espanol. So if I make it. So go ahead. All right, Chris. So
well, 1-1
we
is
gave
the
up
game.
that first goal, and then they almost get that second goal, which if they score that goal, the way momentum was, the way that things were feeling, that would have been very, very scary. But that was it. That was the last really good chance they had.
A lot of people went to the game. Shout out to you guys that went, and shout out to Ashley, ran into us, and shout out to Soccer Daddy, went virtually. Soccer Daddy had a Zoom meeting and went. Let's go.
You know what, 89J Stubbs, shout out to you, because this is something that I would probably suggest, but Chris would try to punch me in the face because, oh my God, I got to wake up early. He's such a crybaby.
I mean, 24-hour stream, like people have to sleep, J Stubbs.
No, they don't. Sleeping is overrated.
So you don't have to sleep. There's people that die when they don't sleep, and then they sleep forever. Okay. So how would you like that? You want to just sleep forever? Be like, oh, I don't need to sleep. No, it's not that.
This morning we did it. Like, right? I got the early shift and I started the show because you're too lazy to get up, and then you took over afterwards.
I was up before you, bitch.
No, you weren't.
Cool Will with a $4.99 super slam says, fun fact, Rocco Rios Novo is a 2-time goalkeeper champ, one from USL with Phoenix Rising in 2023, and now Inter Miami in 2025. Oh, shit.
Shout out Sacktown. All right. So
next goal, Rodrigo De Paul gets a beautiful assist by Messi. Messi just drops it right into his path, and Rodrigo De Paul, right-footed, just boom, puts it to the right of Takeoka.
Okay, but let's not forget how that started. Now remember that the conversation was, especially from one, Vancouver fans, and two, people that hate Messi, was Cubas owns Messi. Cubas puts Messi in his pocket.
Yeah.
Guess what? Messi had Cubas in his pocket. Cubas had the ball at his feet, and guess what? Messi said, give me that shit. Give me that shit.
Robbery.
Who the hell is Cubas? What kind of name is Cubas? Give me that shit. He took it and then just laid that off for Rodrigo De Paul. And Rodrigo De Paul, correct me if I'm wrong, chat, but I believe that is Rodrigo De Paul's first goal as a player with Inter Miami. I don't think he scored yet. So, and correct me if I'm wrong. I think that's correct. And if it is, what a way to score your first goal. What ends up being the game-winning goal. And I think it's great because that's by far the best game he's had as an Inter Miami player. So to cap it off with that goal, and then also for Messi to give us a good defensive play in order to kind of contribute to that goal. A second goal for IMO.
You're gonna have to look it up, because if I thought the first one he got called off sides for it. It was the first game ever.
Everybody's saying that he scored in Leagues Cup. Okay, so first MLS goal.
Oh, okay, all right, but it was his first MLS goal. So shout out to you guys. Yes, first in MLS.
Okay.
Oh, look, wait. Sean is saying he scored against Pumas. Oh, but that's another tournament.
Yeah, League Cup, but it's still with Inter Miami.
And shout out to a couple of slams. H-Town Rule, $9.99 Super Slam says, I can't say enough about how much I appreciate you guys and the time you put in. You both are awesome. Even Chris, despite his Dynamo hate.
Shout out to you. Chris does hate the Dynamo.
What's Mike Jones doing, H-Town? What is Mike Jones doing right now? Yeah. Where is he?
He just hates the song, and especially since they played it in our stadium. This morning, we were going over our worst memories in Chase Stadium or Drive Pink Stadium or Inter Miami, whatever you want to call it.
How would they play it at our stadium?
I understand why a lot of people said Atlanta. For me, it was Houston, because I felt like that was like a Messi run, win Leagues Cup, and then like in less than he would have been here for less than 2 months, and we would have had our first 2 trophies. if we would have won that game.
Yeah.
Because it was the U.S. Open Cup final. And how awesome would that have been? Like Messi shows up and then bam, like we go from no trophies to 2 trophies in a span of 2 months. That would have been really awesome. So that was a really disappointing moment for me.
Win game. Shout out to you. Watch the game at 3:30 in the morning here in Manila. Nice.
So you eating breakfast with us. This cafecito with the hair-ons for her.
Shout out to Stancy. I don't hate anyone here, not even Pedri Potter. That's good. Stancy's always like the good one here. Stancy is who I want to be when I grow up.
So Messi gets his first assist of the game. He picks the pocket of Cubas, and that's the biggest play of the game, right? Because that turnover led to that goal, and that ended up being the deciding factor because that ended up being the game-winning goal. So Messi doing Messi things, and then we take that 2-1 goal. That 2-1 lead. Yannick Bright comes in after that, and then we're going to go a little more defensive. Yannick Bright comes in for Subetti, and at that point, my wife asked me, "He's like, okay, do you think Luis Suarez is going to come into the game?" But Vancouver, I felt like we're chasing the game, obviously, and I thought at a 2-1 lead, and the way Vancouver's been playing, I don't think we're going to see Luis Suarez because as soon as you put him in, you start defending with one less.
You're losing a defender.
So when Bright came in, I was like, that's it. I don't think Luis Suarez is gonna. I think we saw the last of Luis Suarez last week, unfortunately, for those Luis Suarez fans. And there was somebody in our section. There was a gentleman, like 10 rows behind.
Lucho Suarez.
He was yelling 2 things. He was yelling Lucho Suarez, put in Lucho Suarez, and then the second thing he was yelling was Rodrigo de Paul, go home. You don't do anything. Rodrigo de Paul. What are you doing? You never do anything. I'll take you home myself. And he just kept yelling at Rodrigo de Paul. And then after Rodrigo de Paul scored, he never said another thing about Rodrigo de Paul. So, yes, that was an interesting gentleman that was sitting in our section.
JMPL fan is saying you guys got to show some love to Ian Frey. He sacrificed a hamstring for the chip. Listen, when he went down and started walking down the sideline, he hyped everybody up in that area right in front of us. It was fantastic.
And before he came out the game, it was probably a solid 60 seconds where he was limping around. And I'm yelling. I'm like, please get him off. Sub, because he was limping around. He was trying his best because Vancouver was attacking. And Frey was trying his best to stay with Ali Ahmed. I think because Ali Ahmed was still in there. And he was trying his best to stay with him while he was limping. So that was a little worrisome because I was worried that he wasn't going to be able to keep up and Ali Ahmed would end up causing us some damage. But luckily, he held his own. I believe he deflected the ball and got it out of play before he then finally got to the floor and said, all right, I need to come out. So shout out to Ian Frey for not only playing through the pain, but he went ahead and he deflected that ball out of play. And then he hyped up the crowd as he was coming off, and then Chelo Wegon came on to finish it off.
Pedri, we gave love to other people that are not American too. Okay, come on. Like, can we give love? Can we give some love to Ian Frey too? Like he did.
So
he did
is the
good.
next Ballon d'Or loading for the GOAT? I had this conversation with my barber just yesterday, and it's funny you say this because I said if we win tomorrow, we win the League Cup. If we win the Champions Cup in May, late May, early June, which is the Continental Trophy here in North America, and then Argentina somehow pulls off the World Cup victory, if he gets those 3 trophies, I think there's a good chance he's in the running for Ballon d'Or again. You win World Cup, you win your
in the bag. Continental
Trophy, and you win your league trophy. Yeah, I think it's a real possibility that Messi is in the conversation again for Ballon d'Or. I disagree. I think it's true that
you're gonna have to take it because I got to charge my headphones.
That's fine. The only way that he could win the trophy while playing in MLS is if he wins the World Cup. If he wins the World Cup, I think that there's a real chance. And he's also going to be part of that game against the Campeones. Like there's a few trophies that he can win. So I do think, although it's a long shot, and I didn't say he's going to win, I said he'll be in the running. But I think that he can be in the running if he wins World Cup, wins your Continental Trophy, because you're saying there's only 7 of those, or 6 maybe. He's the best in the continent, and then you go ahead and you win the League Cup, the League Cup, I definitely think that he'll be in the running. And everybody's saying it. I got you. All right. So, where did we leave off? We left off with Rodrigo de Paul goal. They put in Bright. We go a lot more defensive. And then the game starts coming down to the wire. And I believe it's Jordi Alba gets the ball. He goes ahead and he crosses the ball over to Messi. Messi does a great job. He plays the ball down on his chest. And then he kind of gives a little lob pass over the defender to Allende, right in Allende's path. Allende does a great job. He does a little touch with his head, puts the ball in a straight path, and then nutmegs Takioka, I believe, to basically seal the win. And that was the biggest moment of the game because the final whistle would be cool, but the fact that you knew with like a minute or two left, you just got a 2-goal lead. Everybody in the stadium, even the players, Jordi Alba crying on the pitch, everybody was celebrating like that was the final whistle because it was like a walk-off home run in baseball. It's like hitting the game-winning shot in an NBA game. Like that was a walk-off. It was not a nutmeg. Okay, the Lone said it wasn't a nutmeg. From my view, because I'm on the other side of the pitch behind the other goal, it looked like a nutmeg to me. Okay, so it wasn't a nutmeg. But he scored, and man, that was a walk-off. Like that's as close to a walk-off as you can get without making maybe a PK kick to winning a game. And it was just a crazy experience because at that point, man, because you're tight, hoping that they don't tie the game. Because for everybody that said that Vancouver was a great team, and I said it also, they could have got eliminated in the first round. They went 3 games with Dallas, which Dallas isn't that great of a team. They went 3 games with Dallas, and in that third game, I believe that they were losing 2-1, and Vancouver had to go and tie the game up in extra time, I believe. Added time. So they almost got eliminated in the first round by Dallas. So Vancouver, although they are the best team, they have played very close games. Against LAFC, they went into extra time. They did a pretty good job against San Diego. But Vancouver hasn't necessarily dominated teams. When you look at Miami, we dominated Nashville, 2 of those 3 games. We dominated Cincinnati. We dominated NYCFC. And if you look at the final scoreline, 3-1, that's convincing also. Miami not only went through the playoffs, but I felt like they dominated. Am I confusing it for something else? He said that they swept Dallas. That must be confusing it for somebody else. So I take that back, what I just said. But we dominated. We had a dominating run through the playoffs all the way through. So Miami very deserving of this because I know a lot of people are dying to say like, oh, you guys didn't earn it. The referees helped you, blah, blah, blah. No. Miami not only won this, but they earned it and they dominated their way through this playoff run. Chris, are you back or no?
Yeah, I'm back. It's just my headphones totally died.
Okay. All right. So that was the recap. I went over the final goal. Chris, what were you feeling? Because I know my wife got a cool video of you and your son after that Tadeo Allende goal.
Well, and I guess just to talk about the goal, like if you notice when Messi received the pass, I don't know if you saw the replay, but the ball fell. The ball was falling towards the ground. Before he even let it touch the ground, he kicks it right back up over everyone. Gets it right in front of Allende.
He chipped it over the defender. Yeah, it was beautiful.
Before it even arrives to the ground. 9 out of 10 players are letting that fall to the ground before making that pass.
The way he brought it down with his chest and then look, Messi is just he's just otherworldly, man. It's just crazy what he does. It was very cool.
And then after that, I mean, yes, the floodgates opened, Lucho. Yes, there were tears, and it was happy tears. It was a good time. And my son was super excited. I mean, look, my son has taken the same journey in terms of like fandom. Like he was watching soccer before I started watching. But the fact that him and I got into this team at the same time, it made for a good experience. So, and I'm sure a lot of other people also had emotions as well.
Yeah. Very cool. All right, so standouts, Chris.
Standouts. I'm going to tell you who was a standout. I think a standout to me was Allende. Allende stood out.
Okay.
And I predicted the end, by the way. I said that Allende was going to get the last goal of the game and that he was going to go on the floor and cry. I called that. You guys talk about ball knowledge. I got it right here. Okay. He gets a standout. Falcon gets a standout. Falcon is a super duper standout. Those two are my standouts. I don't know who yours are.
Falcon worried me a little bit because there was one play where was it Ali Ahmed was playing down the touchline, and I felt like Falcon kind of like pushed him off, and I was like, "Oh, calm down there, buddy." Like that worried me. But Falcon, I thought had a good game also. Jordi Alba, I thought had a really good game. Yeah, those two standouts that I would say stood out above the rest. Everybody had a pretty decent game, but that stood out to me. I think Jordi Alba and Falcon stood out to me. Without saying the man of the match or other than Messi or whatever. Oh, and Rocco. That point blank stop that he had in the first half, where he stopped it with his shoulder or bicep, like the quickness.
That could have turned the game.
Ahead.
That could have turned the game immediately.
Absolutely. We go into, not only are they playing better than us at the end of the first half, but then they tied the first half. Like mentally, like, oh fuck. So that was great, and that was a big time stop. All right, any que penas to throw out there?
Que pena, let's leave that for the end.
Okay.
Man of the match other than Messi. And shout out to Will. MLS moves in the house. Congrats, hermanos. Man of the match other than Messi, I'm going to give it to RDP. RDP is going to get my man of the match other than Messi.
He was everywhere.
You know what it is? That Rodrigo de Paul in the beginning when he started with us, he was kind of at the end of our shit stick, and now he deserves. It's only because of the expectation. Shout out to Jeka with the Super Slam. $4.99 Super Slam says, "I want to clap for Alan, dude. If we had a segment, your worst take at the beginning of the year. Mine is that I said Alan shouldn't be in this team."
Alan had a good game.
Alan did have a good game. Yeah.
Alan had a good game.
Danny is hammered.
Alan had a good game. Falcon had a game, but Rodrigo de Paul definitely, he was everywhere. Like, this is what we expected to see from Rodrigo de Paul. And like I said, he showed up when the lights were brightest, and I'm really, really glad that he did. And I'm glad that he punctuated it with the goal, because it makes it that much sweeter that he had a good game and he punctuated that way.
Is this true? First trophy for RDP in his club career?
He played for Atletico Madrid, but didn't he play the year that Luis Suarez was there, that they won the La Liga? He wasn't there when Luis Suarez won it?
That's crazy. I wouldn't have thought that.
No. Oh, yeah. Look, everybody's saying it's true. I thought that he was there when Luis Suarez won it with Atletico. All right, so that's crazy. But Rodrigo de Paul,
he gets
really
my
good
man of the match other than Messi. I don't know about you.
Wow. No, me too. Yeah, I think he did great. I would have liked, even though I'm not a fan of him personally, but I still respect his career on the pitch at least. And I think it would have been cool for Luis Suarez to at least go out there for like the last fucking 2 minutes. Like, Again, I'm not his biggest fan, but I respect his career. What he did with Liverpool and Barcelona is almost unforgettable, because he was the guy back then. So it sucks. But I do think we saw the last of him. I don't think we see him again into Miami. Oh, let me ask you this question, Chris, before we do the que pena.
Yeah.
Allende, even if he leaves Inter Miami tomorrow, he is now an Inter Miami legend.
Yes, he is.
He is. It's a fact. It's a fact.
He deserves the flowers.
That's it. Yeah, no, he's a legend.
He has the most. He has
legend.
a record. He has a record in the playoffs that potentially is probably never going to be broken.
Oh no, it'll be broken. But still, like, that run, for him to have such an inconsistent regular season, for it to be bad enough where everybody's like, please just stop playing this guy. He must have some he must be blackmailing Mascherano or something. Like that's what we were saying. Like that's how bad he was. Like I've heard Will on MLS Moves talking about, and he would be like, dude, this guy is terrible. And for him to turn it on right when the playoffs start and then just go on a burner, 9 goals in how many games? 3 in 6 games to score the nail in the coffin, like right there on the final. It's crazy. It took over 20 years. Yeah, look, but we play more games now. They have that stupid 3-game now first round thing.
He had the record of most misses too. Listen, in terms of like a legend, yes, he's gonna be set like as a legend in Inter Miami's history because he's had the highest goals in playoff history, led to our first MLS Cup. So he's like a Mike Miller, with the Heat. Like Mike Miller with the Heat is a legend, but like
because he hit a 3-pointer without his shoe.
But that's like Mike Miller's Mike Miller. No, like man, it's not.
No. What Allende did is more than what Mike Miller did. Like Allende, dude, 9 goals in this run, like that. That is. I mean, the most. This league has been around for 30 years. Daddy. He's a legend right player. Now. If you talk about Inter Miami legends, Messi, obviously, right? That doesn't need to be said. But Inter Miami legends outside of the Barca 4, talk about.
I think that we should save that. I think we should save that for an off time podcast,
off season episode. All right,
that's a sexy topic.
All right. We could list them. All right. So, que pena. Any que penas to throw out?
So the que pena award is gonna go to, and look, Keyshawn is saying Aviles is an Inter Miami legend, quite possibly.
Toto?
Yeah, Toto Aviles, yeah.
A legend? I don't know. I think we have to figure out what we mean by legend.
I mean, look, Danny, Mitch Rodriguez saying Allende equals more like Norris Cole.
Norris Cole wasn't hitting game-winning buzzer beaters in Game 7 of
Norris Cole did
NBA
hit a game
Finals.
winner, though. So what, like Mario Chalmers?
Not Game 7 of the NBA Finals. You could say he's Ray Allen.
Ray Allen, you're wild, bro.
9 goals in one MLS playoff run, Chris.
You're crazy. So que pena goes, first of all, que pena goes to you, just right now.
No.
You get que pena right
to
now.
You.
No, don't even do that. I already told you it's for you. You can't come back at me and say it's to me.
You're done. Let me say this. If Robert Taylor would have scored 9 goals in this playoff run, I promise you, he would have gotten Robert Taylor tattooed across his fucking forehead.
Oh my goodness! Like, of course.
Like, so stop. It's just because it's Allende. You can't deny what he did was amazing.
Shout out to Soccer Daddy saying, "I hate you, Chris. You're a bum, but I love you too."
All right, Chris.
Que pena is going to go to the company Guardian, the security Guardian company, for you guys kicking us out. And one of the rudest security guards, she came through.
She was really rude.
Super rude about kicking us out. Like we were just chilling.
Yeah. We were just
and just totally like you guys got to get out.
The energy she gave was because the energy she gave is almost like we've been saying, like, no, we're not leaving. Like that's the energy, right? No, you gotta get the fuck out. Like it's like usually you escalate to that. Like, no, we're not gonna leave yet.
Yeah, no, it was just
like
off
she
rip.
just started with that. She's like, no, you guys gotta get the fuck out of here. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
You could have just told us we gotta go. Yeah. And then Mike Pena is similar. They have this thing where if you leave the stands, you can't come back in. And I get that there are some safety issues and whatnot. But there were like people literally that I guess they needed to use the restroom and they held it to the very end of the game. And then they want to see the trophy celebration. So they run out to go use the restroom and then try to run right back to see the trophy celebration. And they weren't letting those people back in. There was a guy that said, hey, I left my son up there in the stands by himself. I need to go back to my son. Like he's by himself. I just needed to use the bathroom. And they're like, no, sorry, dude, you can't come back. I was like, what? Let the guy come back. Like, come on. Like his son is up there. I mean, I don't know if he's lying or not, but regardless, like that's a good story. Like that's hey,
That is a good
job on you. That's a good story. That's a good excuse. Let him back in. So I thought it was really weird that they wouldn't let everybody back in. And they were telling people, like, too bad you're not going to be able to watch the celebration because you went to use the bathroom. And I thought that was, at least as they're leaving, let them know, like, hey, if you leave, you can't come back.
You can't come
because a lot of those people left and they had no idea. So I thought that was really dumb. I felt really bad for a lot of people that ended up kicking them out, basically, and not letting them watch the celebrations. I thought that was really messed up. So, que pena to you guys for ruining some people's moment, because that was a special moment, and some people didn't get to experience it because they couldn't hold their bladder. So, bad job by you.
Shout out to Steve Mahmoud with the $49.99 Super Slam. Says, let's go. Winning the MLS is tougher than any other league due to the format. It's brutal.
150%, Asif. 159%.
Long season in the playoffs where it can go wrong. Congrats to Baldy. Congrats to you guys. I'd like to add the Falcon block was the match. We deserve this.
Shout out to Asif. Much appreciated for the support. And yeah, man, it was great. 159%. Yeah, I don't know where that came from, but yeah, 159%, absolutely. And it took us 464 episodes. But next time that we get on here, I'm gonna edit that little logo and put a star in there. You know what I was gonna do? Because we are gonna have obviously championship shirts on the Batter Fan Store. What I was going to do originally is that I was going to make it, print it, and I was going to take it to the game. But my fear of jinxing it, even though I've told you guys I don't believe in jinxes, but F it, why play into it? So I decided against it. Now I kind of wish I would have done it, but I didn't do it. But that was the original plan. I was going to go and I was going to have our championship shirts already ready. Bam. But we didn't do it. But 464 and we're MLS champs.
It's me, JV, is asking Chris, did you place that bet? I did place the Mike V ChatGPT bet, but obviously it did. Yeah, the 3. I bet the 3-1, but I mean, I also bet a bunch of other stuff that like didn't happen. I bet today, I ended up scoring 2 goals or something. Messi scoring a goal. Messi didn't score.
You know what? I almost put money on the game, but I didn't. But if I was going to bet on the game, I was going to put Messi anytime goal, because I was like, how is Messi not going to score in the final? But he didn't score, but he still made an impact. That's his presence alone is an effing impact. We are effing champs. This is effing amazing. Such a good and we can finally have that conversation. Chris, is there going to be a parade? I haven't heard anything. I don't think there's a parade.
Yeah, I was just going to bring that comment of Cara the Don saying any parade info. Meet us up in front of the Dunkin' Donuts. And 89J Stubbs, Danny and I have been having this conversation. 499 Super Slam says, Danny, you need to redo the intro. Chris, we are champions.
We're going to have a new intro.
We need to redo the intro.
And I told Chris already, if we win, it's not going to start with Chris, the Herons are back. You know what it's going to start with.
Yes,
you know what it's going to start with.
Absolutely.
So,
don't even say
all right. So,
I'm gonna make it happen.
Final thoughts. And by the way, if you guys want to keep hanging out and you understand Spanish or you're just here for the vibes, make sure Las Garzas CF. We're about to jump on as soon as we get off of here. Give us 2 or 3 minutes, and we're gonna jump on there with Xavier La Voz Solana to keep the party going, keep the celebration going. And later tonight, we're gonna go on Battered MLS Fans, and we're gonna have Sam from the Third Sub from Vancouver from his cabin to talk MLS, so he can tell us his side of what he feels went wrong or right with the game. And we're going to get both sides. So make sure if you want to hear from Vancouver Whitecaps content creator, make sure that you jump on with us at 11 o'clock for Battered MLS Fans. So any final thoughts, Champion Chris?
Poor Sam, Champion Danny.
We're going to have a good time with him.
And poor Scottish.
I wish he would be a douchebag.
Poor Scottish Mike. Scottish Mike, super nice guy. Huh?
Hit him up. Maybe we can get him on by 11. Maybe he'll jump on with us, and it'll be 2-on-2.
Oh my god! You think he wants to get on with us? Like, he literally just took a 19-hour flight from Vancouver to Miami. Like, he wants to get back home in it. As quickly as possible.
His hotel was like across the street from the stadium. He's probably doing absolutely nothing right now. He might be watching us right now. Shout out to you, Mike.
Yeah, shout out to Mike.
And shout out to Florida, man. He just took a smasher of aguardiente. All right,
nice. Okay.
Danny gonna be smashed by his third pot, probably. That's why I'm trying to find other guests to come on so I don't have to talk as much. All right. Any final thoughts there, Chris?
That's it, dude. Third time's the charm. You asked me. Here's a star. There it is. Read it and weep. Get your kit when the star comes back out, and get your stuff. Okay, and check out batterfans.com.
Oh, and shout out to Lucho Lalo. I haven't seen you in a while. Lucho Lalo on there. Borracho. Claro que sí, papito. All right. If you're listening on audio, please leave us 5 stars and a comment. If you're watching on YouTube, like and subscribe. If you're in the live chat, shout out to you. We love you. We appreciate you. And there's one last one. Campeones Cup, here we come. Absolutely. We're going to who's the champion of Mexico? Whoever it is, we're going to kick their ass. So all good vibes here. Make sure that you join us on
Please tell me that Danny is not frozen right now. I mean, it's Dan. Yep, Danny froze. I mean, look at him. Look at guys. Before we end the show, look at his face. Look at his face. Look at his face. I thought it was me because my computer sucks because of Roblox. But guys, look at him. This is the face of a champion. Shout out to you guys. Thank you for listening to us here live on YouTube. Comment, like, subscribe. Tell your friends about this guy. He's a champion now. That guy that just left is a champion now. Danny exited the chat. Absolutely. For those of you listening on audio, which I ran into a lot of you that listen to us on audio and showed me that you guys were listening to us as like one of the top channels. Thank you guys so much. Put 5 stars. Let everybody know that there's an Inter Miami channel. We're going to be going to Las Garzas now. So check us out over there. And until the next one, champions, have a good one. Danny just jumped in. I'm going to back out before he can be able to jump out.
Dale, campeón.